want to welcome everyone to our ribbon cutting today for the phase 2 of our Beltline, which we are just thrilled to have this thing done. It has been exciting. It's another thing that's adding to our community, the partnership that we had with the railroads and with all the people involved here. So we really appreciate you guys being here and supporting us. First, I would like to introduce Hamilton's Executive Director of Engineering, Alan Messer, who's going to tell us a little bit more about the project.
Thank you. Is this on? Okay, thank you for coming out. As Carla said, we had a lot of partners on this thing. CSX that we bought the railroad from, the Miami Conservancy District that partnered with us as we got down close to the river, across some of the property they had and some of the easements they had. As far as individuals that contributed to this thing, Nick Garukas, our former city clerk, really spearheaded this and had the passion for it to get it started and get those initial grants applications going. And to date, we've received 8 different grants for this project, totaling $2.8 million. The most recent of which, the state capital grant, paid for this entire section behind me now, and we had some left over money from that we're hoping to apply for the next section, or fourth section, which will be, you can see here, this is phase 2 that we just completed from Cleveland Avenue down to North B Street. Phase 1 we did about a year ago. Both of these phases were completed by Brumbaugh Construction. Gavin Bixler's here to represent Brumbaugh, and I think they did an excellent job, and both sections came in under budget, and you don't hear that very much, and that's a credit very much to them and the work that they did. But like I said, the city received $750,000 state capital grant 2 years ago for this section that we completed. We have some money left over that we're hoping to apply to this section here to go from Eaton Avenue to Main Street. And currently phase 3, which is along the river, along the top of the levee, next to the convention center and hotel, is in design. And that project we're going to acquire right away this year, and then that'll go to construction next year. So we could have phase 3 under construction next year, as well as perhaps a portion of this future phase 4 from Eaton to Maine, or from Eaton to Maine. I don't want to bore you with too much more, so I was going to introduce our Parks Director, Adam Cornett, to tell you a little bit about the partnership that the city has with the Parks Conservancy.
First, thanks for everybody for coming out. Fortunately, we've got no rain, and it's not unbearably hot. You know, this is pretty neat for me. I'm fairly new to the city, working with the Hamilton Parks Conservancy, and, you know, I was just talking over there. Additions like this to the city are what drew me to this position and this area to work. I love, you know, seeing the impact these have on the community, and, you know, they're just invaluable. And seeing that progress is going to continue is just, I mean, that bodes well for the direction the city's going in, the relationship they have with parks and the citizens that live here. As far as a maintenance standpoint, you know, this sounds simple, but Audrey and I were actually joking. We're going to treat this just like we do every one of our parks and golf courses. While that may sound simple, that means a lot, and I hope that continues to mean a lot, because, you know, our organization's full of passionate people that care about the city, every park in the city, and every concern you citizens have in regards to those parks, golf courses, and different things. So when I say it's going to be maintained like a park, it'll be maintained like a park, and I hope it's, you know, clean and spotless every day. That being said, we're fortunate enough, we're actually going to partner with the Hamilton Run Club. I was speaking with Doreen and Jenny about that. They, you know, have agreed to adopt the trail, which means they're going to help us out on some large cleanup efforts throughout the year. You know, volunteers are welcome, I'm sure, to help that and maintain the trail. And it also just, you know, gives some representation to having more eyes on the trail. We are a small organization. Like I said, we're passionate, but we are limited in resources at times, so we don't always have eyes on everything at all times. We love the community to reach out to us if they see an issue so that we can address it quickly, and that's where we really like the impact of, our relationship with all of you and everyone in the community, and hopefully that's going to continue here and on down the road on the next phase. So, yeah. But actually, I wanted to take a second and introduce Sarah Carruthers. She's our state representative. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for a huge group coming out here. This is very exciting. I just want to tell you how thrilled I am to have been a part of this, and the state was glad to be a part of this. Things like this, the capital budget for me is like Christmas. It is times when we can use the funds, our state funds, to do exciting things like this for our communities. So, any creative things that we have going on here, send your ideas my way, please. Whoops. Because, I want to see more things like this in our community. More things where everybody can use them and enjoy them, especially when we have something as awful as COVID. Things like this were used, and we need things that are exciting, that bring families together, that bring friends together. So thank you so much, and please use this, enjoy it. Enjoy Hamilton. We have so many great things here. I was born and raised here, and it is better than it's ever been. Thank you.
Well, that's hard to top. She took all my lines, so but I'm so glad you're here today. Thank you. I'd like to recognize a few people that are really key players in our project. The members of City Council and the Hamilton Parks Conservancy Board. Former City Clerk Nick Garukas, who was very significant in the project. He got a lot of this done, and we are so sorry he can't be here today because he's one of my favorite people, next to Daniel, wherever Daniel is. Aaron Hufford and Liz Hayden, who led efforts to secure grant funding for us. We have contractor Brumbar Construction, and who constructed phase 1 and 2. The Miami Conservancy District, Tri-State Trails, and former council member and cyclist Rob Weil, who had a lot to do with it. We just can't thank everyone enough for what they did. I would also like to thank Brandon Sarber, who's not on this list, but he is who put this together. He's like one of the greatest Hamilton cheerleaders you will ever find. So I do want to thank him for what he did, and thank everyone that's here. I thought about making a list, but now I know why you don't do it, because I would forget somebody. So with that, we are going to do the ribbon cutting.
Everyone mentioned there, including the Run Club. Will you guys come up here? Help us cut the ribbon? 3 of you, please. Those are for you. Run ball, yeah. I'm tall. I need somebody on either end to hold it.
Here, I got you.
You got it.
I got you. There we go.
All right.
Want to help me with this? Okay.
No.
It really is. All right. It is our honor. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're supposed to be in here too. Now, it is our honor to cut this ribbon and open this path up. Thank you for everything.
I didn't expect that.
I'm
Sorry.
telling you. This is great. And I invite everyone to take a stroll both ways as
It
many
is very
times
pretty.
as you'd like. It is. It is very pretty.
I was really impressed when we came out